NATO must not be expanded any further. Listen closely. NATO must not be expanded any further. How much you all shouted. And you can write me off as a traitor as much as you wish. So how will you evaluate those 3 years of attacks against us because of Ukraine? They wanted to shoot me. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you, or rather reiterate once more, that we support this proposal. The meetings I've held with the Xi's, the Russian administration recently, including the Chinese administration, represent the best possible steps for the future of economic relations between Slovakia and Russia and Slovakia and China that I could have taken. And you can write me off as a traitor as much as you wish. So how will you evaluate those 3 years of attacks against us because of Ukraine? They wanted to shoot me, partly for Ukraine. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you, or rather reiterate once more, that we support this proposal. Understandably, it will still require many negotiations. I stated 2 conditions. One condition is that Ukraine must agree to it, although I can't fully imagine how something like this could be realized without Ukraine. Plus, I would like to see an active role for the European Union. But all the things, all the specific points we've been discussing since February of the year, NATO must not be expanded any further. Listen closely, NATO must not be expanded any further. How much you all shouted when I said that Russia had been deceived by NATO's expansion. And that was one of the reasons why military activities took place.
Ukrainians, men and women. There comes a moment in the life of every nation when everyone needs to speak honestly, calmly, without speculation, rumors, gossip, or anything unnecessary. Just as things are, just as I always try to speak with you. Right now is one of the most difficult moments in our history. Right now, the pressure on Ukraine is among the greatest we've ever faced. Now, Ukraine may be facing a very difficult choice, either the loss of dignity or the risk of losing a key partner. Either a tough 28 points or an extremely hard winter, the hardest yet, and further risks. A life without freedom, without dignity, without justice, and for us to trust the one who has already attacked us twice. They will be expecting an answer from us. The national Ukrainian interest must be taken into account. We are not making loud statements. We will calmly work with America and all our partners. There will be a constructive search for solutions with our main partner. I will present arguments, I will persuade, offer alternatives, but we will definitely not give the enemy any reason to say that it is Ukraine that does not want peace, that it is Ukraine that is disrupting the process, or that Ukraine is not ready for diplomacy. That will not happen. Ukraine will act quickly. Today, on Saturday and Sunday, all of next week, and for as long as it takes. 24/7, I will fight to ensure that at least 2 points are not omitted from the plan. This is the dignity and freedom of Ukrainians, because everything else is based on this: our sovereignty, our independence, our land, our people, and the Ukrainian future. We will and must do everything so that in the end the war ends, but not Ukraine, not Europe, and not global peace. I have just spoken with Europeans. We are counting on our European friends who clearly understand that Russia is not somewhere far away, that it is right next to the EU borders, and that Ukraine is now the only shield separating comfortable European life from Putin's plans. We remember Europe was with us. I am now addressing all Ukrainians. Our people, citizens, politicians, everyone, we need to pull ourselves together, get a grip, stop the bickering, stop the political games. The state must function, the parliament of a country at war must work in unity. The government of a country at war must work effectively. And all of us together must not forget and must not confuse who exactly is Ukraine's enemy today. And our people really, really want this war to end. Of course, we are made of steel, but even the strongest metal can break. Don't forget that. Stand with Ukraine, stand with our people, and therefore stand with dignity and freedom. Always stand for what is right.